Hello friends, I'm Beatriz, your host here on Beatriz Book Nook, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all of my 2025 reading goals and channel goals. Without any further ado, start by sharing my 2025 reading goals. So one of the reading goals that I have to share with you is for how many books I really wish to achieve into 2025. And due to me now working full-time, it's a lot harder for me to have like a big number, which I was hoping I could get like over 70 this year or in the next one earlier this year. But honestly, I just think I need to make this a lot doable for me. And honestly, 70 books or even 100 books is not something that I can easily achieve because I am a slow reader. I don't use a lot of audiobooks to read my books, which normally helps into just achieving the goal. So my goal is going to be very simple, very cozy, very, I think, achievable of 52 books in 2025. This means I plan on reading one book a week, so let's hope I can do it. And let's see by the end of the year of 2025 if these goals were achieved. Another reading goal of mine, and hopefully I can do this one a lot more and get this number a lot bigger when I come back and check with you all again, but it's to finish at least 3 of the series that I have already started this year. So I have a few ones where I'm currently on the last book. So for example, Girls of Paper and Fire, I only have the last book to finish that series. Also, A Darker Shade of Magic, I only have the last book to finish that series. So my plan is to finally finish those series, especially the ones that I only have one book left in them, so I can feel like that I have accomplished something. But I will talk further, but in the middle of the year I'm going to be making a let's see how this year is going, and we will look into these goals back once more. The next goal, my third goal, is going to be to participate in at least minimum of 6 readathons. And I don't think I'm going to be making all of them competitive readathons. I am thinking I'm going to be making them very chill readathons. One that I'm going to be participating already in the beginning of the year is going to be TBR-athon, hosted by Leandro over on Leandro the TBR0. I'm going to be leaving her link down below so you can check the readathon. But this is a very cozy, very simple readathon just to achieve our year or start of the year goals that we have already set up for ourselves. I want to do a few of those just like TBR-athon, but I also want to do some competitive. So let's see how I will be able to manage that, because with only reading one book per week, sometimes the books that I might be reading might not count as much for my team points. And for example, I know a lot of creators as of Rainy from Rainy Blue Reads, and for example Brianna from For Pause in a Book. Their readathons do tend to be a lot more chaotic and prompts drop occasionally, so I don't think those type of readathons will be for me, but I might give them a chance and see if I'm able to achieve anything in them, which if I was, is going to be amazing. But this is, I'm just setting myself for 6 due to the fact that that is one readathon per 2 months. So I don't want to be an overachiever with readathons, with doing a lot, when I know I most likely will not be able to achieve it all and will be sad if I am not able to do it. My next goal is one that I should do more, and this is going to be I will put my mind into DNFing more books. So this means that if a book is not calling me, if I am not being able to pick it up, if it is not really jamming with me, I might just DNF it instead of holding into it and trying it over and over and over again. So this is one of my goals, is to DNF more, especially because also DNF is carrying. So I just think it's not worth my time to read a book that I'm not enjoying. For example, as all of you know, I did not enjoy Twisted Love. I don't think I will ever pick any other Anna Huang book due to the fact that I did not have a good time with that, and I'm fine with it and I'm happy with it. And honestly, it's just life, and I should have DNF'd that book, but I did not, and I read it and it's not already, it's in a better house now. So this is life, and this is life of a reader. The next one is going to be regarding how many books I buy, because I do tend to buy quite a few books a year or per month. Sometimes I'm not able to control myself. My shelf control is not existent when it comes to book. So I'm putting myself here, restricting myself a little bit. This is still a pretty high number, but I'm saying I can buy no more than 5 books per month. This means that if I buy 6, it's okay, nothing over the world, but I shouldn't be able to, or I shouldn't buy any more than 5 books per month, due to the fact that first I want to save some money, and then I have now currently more books than I'm able to read at a time. So I do really need to take on to a physical TBR takedown. The next and last one for my reading goals is going to be read before on ebook before buying the physical version. This is due to the fact that honestly I have my e-reader, I love my e-reader, I have been reading it in it a lot more sometimes than I do read on physical books. So might be a good idea for me to start getting the ebook version of the book instead of the physical one, just so I can see if that is a book that is worth adding to my physical TBR and to my library, which is something that I should do more, and that I know this was inspired to me by Dani over on Dani Dabbles. She is amazing in doing this. She uses her library and all of the platforms that she has access to read her books, and sadly I am not someone that has that easy of an access to a library that has a lot of titles that I want to read. But honestly, if I can get at least my hands on the ebook version of the book, I am just going to be happy. And if I really love the book, I think it will be worth it to get into my physical TBR. So, or not my physical TBR, but my physical shelves. So these are all of the 6 reading goals that I have for next year. I try to not put them and make them a little too hard for me, but I just hope that I'm able to achieve this, and also to achieve a lot more than just these 6 goals, or at least than the numbers that I set myself for. Besides readathons, that ones, if I do more, I will go bunkers. Now onto my channel goals. I do have a few of them, and the first one, I don't think making a goal for myself in terms of numbers, it's really good, because then I will mainly focus on just numbers. But my goal for next year is to reach a lot more people, and to have a community, and to be able to talk a lot more about books. And for me to do that, I think one of the first steps is for me to be consistent and post more consistently here on YouTube, but also not on YouTube, but also on Instagram. So one of my goals is going to be to post more consistently and keep up with video series that I started, because I started a video series that I have not yet finished, and I'm quite sad because I was actually really enjoying it. And honestly, I am going to maybe do a special episode to finish the books that I haven't finished, and to shout out the people that helped me and create that series. My next goal here for my channel is going to be to do 2 sprints a month plus a SIBS book club sprint. I have been having a hard time with work and resting, and finding that balance between how I can rest and how I can work, because I work from home, so that is quite hard. So the weekends have been my main focus on resting, or during the weekends my main focus is normally on resting, and I have been not as good with putting up with my sprint schedule. So for that, one of my goals for next year is going to at least try to host 2 reading sprints and at least 1 the SIBS book club sprint. But let's see how it goes. If I am only to do 1 normal sprint and 1 SIBS book club sprint, I will also be quite happy with how and what I have achieved that month. The next one is going to be to, I don't know if this is any interesting, but I had a really nice time making the video for my bullet journal. So my next goal is maybe to do more content regarding reading journal, or at least once a month put me setting up the new month for my reading journal and how I do it and all of that. Let me know if that would be something you would be interesting, but definitely it was something that I enjoyed and something that I want to keep sharing with you all. My next one, and this is going to be two goals interconnected kind of thing, is going to be try to finish my TBR game idea inspired in mood reading and also mental health. I have seen that I am very much over the last months a mood reader. I haven't been able to focus as much on my TBRs because I just want to read whatever I want. So I don't know, I think it would be funny for me to finally find a game and do a game where it not only allowed me to mood read but also advocate for my mental health, which is something that I really want to do. And this leads me to my last and final goal for my channel for 2025, which is going to be advocate more for mental health. Mental health is something that I suffer on regularly. I have sometimes a hard time keeping my thoughts in place and keeping myself focused and grounded on the present and not overthink stuff. So one of the things that I really want to do in 2025 is advocate a lot more for mental health and show you and show everyone that is watching my videos that having hard mental health days, it's normal and it's not the end of the world, because we are able to go through those days and are able to come up on top of everything. So I think this is all that I have for today, friends. I shared with you all of my goals for my channel and also for my reading goals, and I just need to now set up my personal goals, but those ones will be kind of my secret little thing, because I normally don't like to share my personal goals due to the fact that sometimes bad vibes can come up to the universe, but that is just my mind thinking. This is all, friends. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, night or evening, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you all on my next one. So until then, bye, friends!